Hello, I'm presenting the Closeout report for the cPoker DRED Development project funded through Catalyst Fund 13. This project delivered a complete decentralized real-time communication infrastructure for Cardano dApps. So the problem we addressed is that Cardano multi-user dApps needs real-time collaboration capabilities and with an easy-to-use decentralized infrastructure. Our solution is the DRED decentralized Redis state channel is a production-ready messaging system that eliminates the need for dApp developers to build custom infrastructure. So for this closeout report, this closeout we made a closeout report which you can find in the Cardano DRED repository. All the project is on GitHub, and you can find it under Cardano DRED. So in short, for this project, we delivered 3 milestones. And now I'm going to present you quickly the milestones, show a little bit of the evidence, some of the main documents, and also like the YouTube videos. In the end, you can find all the links in the closeout report. So what we delivered is a complete decentralized real-time communication infrastructure for the Cardano dApps. We use DRED, Redis, and but it's decentralized in our way. And it's production ready, or at least the next step will be production. We do messaging with this, and we can do on-chain registration, node-to-node replication of the messages, and we provided a simple Docker setup. And of course, plenty of documentation. What we achieved was to eliminate the need to build a custom infrastructure to have fast interactive messages. And we provided this simple, easy to use decentralized solution. The idea is to enable Cardano developers to have a fast communication layer. We had this idea before Hydra was a thing, and still at the moment we consider this infrastructure more production ready than Hydra. So for the time being, we'll keep going with DRED, even if we have prototypes of other applications running on Hydra. With the first milestone, we added the on-chain smart contracts. So that's the first milestone. You'll see the requirements and also our proof of achievement in project number milestone 1. So we provided an on-chain registration system for node operators and developers. So we added the smart contracts in Helios, and you can find everything under the on-chain folder in the DRED project repository. And yeah, these contracts are for the Cardano pre-prod, and all the documentation you need is we have a github.io website under the DRED node registry. So the github.io website is here, and this is the DRED node registry basically. So you start from cardanoafterdark.github.io, is linked at the bottom, and then you can navigate to the how to operate a DRED node and how to register an node or host. Then the second milestone was about integrating the smart contracts and enable replication. You'll see the code of the replicator here, the test suite that we use to perform the tests, and also we added 2 videos, one to show the smart contract demo and the other to show the message replication working. So this is the M2 part 1, the node operator smart contract.
It's true.
Yes. And yeah, here you can see that we can register a node in the smart contract, a pre-prod, of course. And then after this registration, there is the second video. And here you can see that the user interface is here. Here we already registered the DRED node in the smart contract, and then we can perform a test for the message replication. So we send the message to a given server, and then we see on the other server that there is the message is on the same channel, the message is replicated. And then for the milestone 3, instead of having a custom setup for all the servers, we just provided the Docker setup and like an initial idea, a testable version of incentives for the node operators. So there is this third video in which we show the Docker image that is Cardano/DRED node. Of course, we could provide only a Docker image through Docker Hub, not a full Docker Compose, but in our repository you can find the actual Docker Compose, so you shall not worry. And this video basically explains you everything you need. We are just going, including a good documentation on how to set up DRED through Docker. So that's basically it. Now that there is also some more information, of course. Let me go through all these tabs, which will bring quite some value. So let's keep the project milestones. I suggest you to take a look if you are interested in understanding or doing development or using DRED, then take a look at these project milestones, because in the proof of achievement of each milestone, we are really careful of linking the most important pieces of information. For instance, the initial README tells you how to do an initial setup, and that's at the time that we did not have yet the Docker container. This is about operating a DRED node, this is still actual, and so on. The documentation is all in all quite good, we would like to think. There is like the classic README, and there is a github.io website with some information. If you find documentation that is not updated, please look at how to contribute, and then basically open an issue for us and we will fix it. Or if you want, you can create a pull request and we will check the pull request and merge it. You will learn how to operate a DRED node, how to register a neighborhood host. As soon as we go in production with the incentives, so now are in test, so it's not in production. As soon as we are in test, you could take advantage, run a DRED node, and the more DRED application you'll see around, the more the network effect will be bigger. There is also a little bit of documentation for developers. It's under the development folder. There is some information that you might want to perform a quick setup. Which are the main tests, how we tend to run the tests. This information is more free to change. We I mean, we can consider it internal if you work on the project. So take a look at it. It's not official documentation, but it's a good working notepad for the developers. And that's basically it. All the evidence I just showed you is linked in this document. So we have the Docker Hub, the various the deployment guides, Docker setup guide, an example of configuration. Okay, that's still for milestone 3. And all the documentation, again, it's in github.io. You should follow the README. You should check the API reference and the node operators. If there are errors, you report to us, please, so we can fix it. There is a little bit of technical architecture, it's very superficial. So we have Node.js clients that you can embed in your application. We use Redis for a high performance messaging. And yeah, we use TypeScript. The repository is integrated with GitHub Actions. So if we make changes, then some CI operations will follow. And what else? Okay. Maybe you are interested. We did over 100 commits in like the 4 months we worked on it. Project start was delayed because there was something to complete with Catalyst due diligence, so we started effectively only end of April. We merged more than 40 pull requests, and we have a monorepo with 5 packages, server client, on-chain, docs, and a sample hub. So the deliverables are all linked here. So the alias contract for the on-chain registry is in the on-chain. The docs that you will see rendered at Cardano After Dark github.io DRED is in the documentation folder. In the documentation folder, you find also this PDF. You can see it's from GitHub. So it's under Catalyst, project number, and then you'll find the PDF and the Markdown. Project number in case we go through other projects. And then the 3 video tutorials, the node operator registration, the message replication, the Docker setup, and then what else? Yeah, that's the Docker image, and then the test suite. What can we say? It's full MIT license. Actually, it's dual license, but we will convert and stay to MIT. You can use the client library. You can extend. It will be nice to get in touch if you intend to extend. We can provide information, and we will be really happy to know your use cases. It's production ready. We currently use it for the development of the cPoker application. Maybe you heard that we already demonstrated a cPoker application on Hydra. And well, for production, we go with DRED. Yeah, I save you the lesson learned, and I skip to the future improvements. So we want to go to the mainnet. We want to have a monitoring of the node health with a proper dashboard, and we also want to have in production the reward distribution for the node operators. We think we are pretty good with high volume scenarios, but we need to test that. This product is totally open source. We want to thank the community for giving us the opportunity to do this. Actually, it was not super good because, price of ADA went a little bit down, so we had to cater for unforeseen circumstances. And yeah, the economic model we thought through carefully. The idea is to have the node operators that can sustain themselves by running the nodes, and we would like to contribute to the livelihood of the ecosystem with a platform where we have multiple applications. We initially decided to go with poker. That's an application that might call a lot of users, an application that has some properties that we want to test as first one, but then later it can be extended to basically everything. It's like a messaging system, and if we can get properly the poker dApp, which we already have elements to believe we do, then everything else will be possible. So what else can I say? Thanks to the community for this opportunity. We really enjoyed working together as a team and providing something for the community. It would be great to get some feedback from all of you. So thanks guys, and please check out our project, give us some feedback, and see you on the project.